Hello everybody, and welcome to the FBA Season 8 sign-up video. I am very excited to be doing this. This is going to be a great season, hopefully the best one we've had. We have 24, maybe even a bit more people playing. So in this video, I'm just going to be going over the format, how to sign up, and I will try to keep it short, unlike the previous attempts. So here we go. So first of all, let me pull up the document. Okay, so first I'm just going to go over the spreadsheet, and for those of you who are newer players, they might not really understand how the spreadsheet works. For those of you who, are veterans, you can feel free to skip this part. I'll probably put a timestamp in. So here's going to be the Players tab. It's going to show all the players. There's going to be a total of 8 teams with 3, maybe 4 players each. And they're going to be over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There will only be one conference. I know I had a vote about that earlier. Everyone decided on one conference. We will do one conference. And we will have, the season will be split into 3 trimesters, which I'll talk about in a second. Here's the banned list of Pokemon, as well as strategies like, no non-level 100 Pokemon, no Arena Trap or Shadow type Pokemon. You don't have to worry about most of this because we will be doing the battles on sports.psim. Is this what it's called? There we go. Sports.psim.us. And we will be using the National Dex Legacy. I think we're keeping Hidden Power in Pursuit. It'll be in the rules. I'll of course release an official rules thing. If it is not there though, then I will specify at some point what format we will be using. And if we're using Hidden Power or Pursuit, but it'll either be National Dex Draft or National Dex Legacy. Or maybe Unrestricted. I don't know. I'll make an announcement about that. But yeah, every week you're gonna. Well, I'll get back to that in a bit. I'll just keep talking about the spreadsheet for a bit. Here's the tier list. The tier list is done. If you have any suggestions, you're gonna have to hold them until next season because it's gonna be the tier list for the entire season. Here's the draft. So we're gonna have a draft. It should be in about a month or so. We'll have that draft, and then after that, the season will start. Basically, each team's gonna draft a Mega Pokemon, a Z Pokemon, 1 Tier 1, 2 Tier 2s, 2 Tier 3s, 2 Tier 4s, and a Tier 5. And then the next trimester, basically what's going to happen is your Mega and your Z Pokemon is going to stay the exact same for the entire season. I think the rule for Mega and Z is we're going to do the same as always. So the tier of your Mega Pokemon plus the tier of your Z Pokemon has to be greater than or equal to 6. I think that's what we did, right? So if you have a Tier 2, Tier 5, 4 Mega, yeah, so 6. So you can have a Tier 2 Z user and a Tier 4 Mega. You have a Tier 3 Mega and a Tier 3 Z user. You can even have a Tier 3 Mega and a Tier 4 Z user. It just can't be less than 6 if they add up to. Anyway, so you're going to be drafting Mega, Z, all these guys. And the next trimester, so that's going to be, each trimester is going to last for 8 weeks. How it's going to work is the first 7 weeks will be battles, and the 8th week will be a new redraft. So when you do a battle, basically it's obviously 3 versus 3, right? But each battle is going to be a singles battle. During the singles battle, you can't get any help from your teammates. It's just going to be a standard singles battle. You can only get help for teammates when you're building and prepping and stuff like that. So how it's going to work is, let's say you have Team 1 versus Team 2, right? And there's 3 people on each team, so you have like a person A, person B, and person C. In the first trimester, when Team 1 faces Team 2, the A players on both teams will face each other, the B players will face each other, and the C players will face each other. Then when they face each other the next trimester, because every trimester you're going to face every single team, right? 7 weeks, there's 7 other teams for you to face. We're going to have like person A play on Team 1, play person B on Team 2. Person B on Team 1 play person C on Team 2, and person C on Team 1 play person A on Team 2. And then for the third trimester, it's going to shift once again, right? So A plays C, B plays A, C plays B, right? So basically, there's going to be a total of, there's 3 trimesters, 7 weeks of battling in each one. It's going to be 21 weeks of battling, right? Which makes sense, because there's 24 people, and you're only going to face 21 of them, because 3 of them are you and your 2 teammates. So it works out. And basically, when the 8th week of every single trimester, as I said, it's going to be a redraft. You are never going to be able to redraft your Mega and your Z. Those are going to be constant. Those are going to be your kind of captains of the season. But you can trade out any other Pokemon. So at the very most, you can trade out all of your Pokemon besides your Mega and your Z, right? You can trade out your Tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, you will not be able to or sorry, you will be required to at least trade some of them. So let's say you don't want to trade any of your guys, that's not going to be allowed. I haven't come up with the exact number of how many Pokemon you need to trade. What I'll probably do is say you have to trade at least one tier 2, one tier 3, and one tier 4. That's probably what we're going to do, but I'll of course make an announcement about that later. And before the playoffs, you're once again going to get a redraft. Previously, what we've done is redrafts are going to be, you can only redraft Pokemon from the pool of Pokemon that have already been drafted but are not in playoffs. But this season, what we're going to do is the redraft is going to be standard, just like every other draft. We could draft from any Pokemon. Here we have the rosters, which will of course be put in when we get our teams full. Here's the battle. So this is a very important tab. It's what you're going to be using most of the time. Actually, that's not really true because Camel and his bot will be filling out stuff. But basically, in the battle, yeah, we don't have a battles tab and then a battles info tab. Everything's just condensed here. So how it's going to work is you're going to go to the week, right? So let's say it's second trimester. You're going to go to second trimester. Let's say it's week 1. You go to week 1. It's going to say you have battle 1 here, battle 2 here, battle 3, and battle 4, right? There's going to be 4 battles, 8 teams. So you're going to see your team, let's say it's Crossland and Crawdonts versus Team Unknown, right? And it's going to say like Noah versus Derp, Kevin versus Jacob, right? And Gimme versus Axel. So it's going to say stuff like this. You're going to say, okay, I'm facing Derp, and I'm going to battle Derp within the week. Don't worry about filling this out because we have Camel's bot to do it. How it's going to work is in the Discord, you're going to have a place to fill that out, which I'll get to in a bit. Let me delete all this. So yeah, this will tell you everything about the battles. All you really need to know is who's battling who every week. And unlike last season when we had a battles tab, this is now our battles tab. It's a battle/battle info tab. Here's the kill leader. It's going to be updated by Camel's bot. Pretty self-explanatory. Here's the standings tab. This is not the final standing tab. This is what it was. It kind of looked like last season. I'm going to try to update this and make it look a bit better. Core suggested he do a standings tab, so of course I gave him a little thing to do it. And I'm like, okay, if it's good, I'll use it. But he hasn't done anything. So yeah. Let's talk about the Discord. So Discord. Let's see. We have the general section, right, which is going to have general, memes, music, showdown, nuzlocks, veteran chat, mod chat, self-explanatory. League-related is going to have FBA general. It's going to have rules, which will be updated soon. It's going to have the draft for each conference. Okay, well, there's only one conference, so we're just probably going to be using the draft meta chat. Trades and free agents, replays, live battles, FBA Season 8 signups. So we're actually not going to have any trades or free agents the entire season because there's so many redrafts. So that's something that's pretty new. The live battle tab is basically going to be where you... So, okay, every week you're going to have a battle, right? And, okay, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to explain basically what you do every week in terms of battling. If you are a veteran, you can feel free to skip this part because you'll already know this stuff. But if you are a new player, just listen very quickly. Every week you're going to get, you're going to know who you're playing against. And if you obviously have any questions ever, just ask me about who you're playing and stuff like that. And you're going to try to get it done within the week. If you cannot, ask for an extension, and I'll give you an extension. Each team will only get a certain amount of extensions they can use, and I'll of course release an announcement about that. It's probably going to be about, I think, 8 weeks. We're probably going to limit each team to 3 extensions per semester, or per trimester. Yeah. And of course, if your team is running low on extensions, instead what you could do is you could ask your teammate to play your battle for you instead, in which case you have to tell me about that at first, and I'll of course allow you to do that only a certain amount of times. Once again, I think we'll also only allow 3 times where your teammate can play for you instead of you playing. And of course, if that happens, you cannot join them. It's only going to be your teammate playing for you, because once again, these are one-on-one battles. Playoffs, on the other hand, playoffs is going to, I'll talk about it another time, but playoffs is going to be a round robin at first, where everyone plays individually, and then it's going to be teams of 3, it's going to be a team of 3 versus another team of 3 in one battle for this top cut elimination of playoffs, which I'll talk about another time. Don't worry about that now. But yeah, sorry, I got a bit off topic there. When you get into your battle every week, you're going to go to the live battles chat, and you're going to post a link there, and you're going to @ the spectator role. That's all you got to do every single week. Get a player battle, post a link in the live battles chat @ the spectator role. And if any of you guys, of course, want the spectator role, so you'll be pinged when there's a battle, of course, ask me that, and I'll give you the spectator role. Oh, also there's the announcements chat. Pay attention to that. Never mute that because there will be announcements regarding the season. And yeah, so I believe everyone watching right now, hopefully I put a timestamp down here. This should be people who are, or just everyone. I'm going to tell you right now who needs to sign up, because there are some people who have signed up, but they still need to sign up again because they don't have an official team. So right now, if I say your name, you do not have to sign up. You are good. You are signed up for the season. And just look, of course, in the announcements chat if there's any stuff regarding future rules and updates, and of course, stuff about when the draft is going to happen. So this list of names does not have to sign up. Noah, Kevin, Gimme, Spam, Core, Shinto, Ready, Impact, Silvershine, Camel, Quack, Derp, and Jacob. If your name is on the list, you do not need to sign up. Everyone else needs to sign up, and in the description of this video will be the sign up link. The signups are pretty self-explanatory and they're pretty quick. And yeah, and last thing I want to say is that for the draft, so once again, at the end of every trimester, and of course there will be a draft for the first trimester, there'll be a draft, right? And of course it's better if all three of you guys are there, but if not all three of you guys are there, then we only need one person from each team to technically do the draft at every time, right? So it will be I think what we're going to do is the first draft we have is going to be a live draft. Every other draft after that is going to be a slow draft, okay? So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'll, of course, announce the draft date in the announcements chat somewhere. This video is now approaching 11 minutes, so I'm pretty much done here. If you can't tell, I'm pretty busy, so I haven't really prepped a full thing for this, right? Like usually I'd have like a slideshow and I go in bit depth over stuff. I'm just kind of going over the basic stuff. And so there'll be a lot of rules that I haven't really covered here that I'll need to announce at some point, or a lot of things I forgot. They'll be in the announcements chat. Everything will be done in the announcements chat. The point of this video is just to kind of talk about the general format of the season. And the very last thing I want to talk about is one new thing that we'll be doing this season. Kevin and I, after every week, will be making a YouTube video about the battles that happened that week. Of course, sometimes we might not be available to, so maybe Kevin won't be in it, maybe sometimes I won't be in it, maybe sometimes we just won't do it, but we'll try every week to kind of make a video, 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes maybe, discussing the battles that happened, talking about some highlights, and going over the battles. So hopefully that will kind of keep you guys more engaged in the FBA. Yeah, oh, and of course, last thing, sorry, the draft is going to probably be in about a month or so, and the league will go from mid-October, maybe late October, and it's gonna, let's see, late October, so it's gonna be 2 months per trimester, right? Per semester, yeah, trimester. So let's see, we'll have all of November, December, there'll probably be a bit of a break. So let's see, January, February, March, April, probably do May, and then we'll have playoffs. It probably should end middle of June, at the very latest it'll end earliest of July. So it'll be a long season. And we'll probably do a little mini season after that, right, during the summer, because this summer actually will be available to host a little smaller season, unlike usual. But yeah, so this video has already been 13 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask me. If you still need to sign up, go in the description and sign up. And please pay attention to the announcements chat for any announcements regarding anything revolving the FBA. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Good luck in the FBA.